Yo, what is good everybody? It's your boy the strongest wizard, and tonight is fight night, and we have myself on the left piloting Law, and we have Jerry on the right piloting, of course, Kid. Buckle your seatbelts because this is a long video. This is a pretty long match, so if you don't have the time or if you want to split it up, I totally understand. But we have myself starting off with the Nami and the Tony. Of course, this is that brand new list that I'm currently running. It is a completely different version of Law that I'm not used to, but I am trying out this list. I want to give it another go, so let's see how I do today. So we have Jerry tapping 3 to suspend the to playing out the Izo to suspend the Tony to swing over with the Kid. Of course, it does go down. He wants to slow me down a bit, make sure that I don't get to 5 as fast as possible. I do think this is a matchup is pretty favorable for Law here. But quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is DXN Outpost, DXN Provisions. It's the place where I get all my sealed product. Unfortunately, you know, the seas are dry right now, but hopefully soon we'll have some more stock to you guys can buy some more stuff. So here we have myself going pretty wide here with the Momonosuke and the Tony. He did end up taking a life earlier during that ad reading, so currently sitting at 4-4. And yeah, like I said, he did end up swinging over the Nami there, and we see another Izo play getting rid of the Momo. And that's totally fine. Honestly, the Momo seems like it's there mainly to fill the board up every now and then, search for a, a cat viper or something like that. So let's see here what I can do. He's got a full board. He's got two freaking Bonnies. Pretty nuts. Here I'm trying to clear the board out a little bit. I'm gonna tap 2 here for the killer. Of course, it is a blocker. And currently sitting at 4. Now there's no shot I can do shambles this turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and tap it looks like another 2. I'm kind of not really sure about my play here. So many lines you can do, right? So many different plays you have choices of. So but no matter what, I need to get rid of those cards. So I find myself actually tapping the Bonnie here to search and getting out the Law. Really good. I really need it. And it looks like I'm gonna go ahead and give 1 here to the killer. So now I have 2 blockers to protect my Bonnie if he does want to go for that, and I do draw if he attacks the killer. So we're gonna see what Jerry can do here. Starting off with a lot of actually Dawn here, so he's gonna swing at the Bonnie here. Let's see if I do end up taking it. I do not. I actually take it with the killer to draw an extra card. He's going to swing over with the killer and tapping 1 here for the Bonnie. I maybe should have blocked that. Probably hindsight. I should have, but yeah. So here we have him using Bonnie's effect to grab a killer, playing the killer for 2, adding 1 Dawn to it, and then passing turn with 2 active. And him having 2 active kind of shows me I don't think he has the event card, a single event card in his hand. I really don't think so. His hand is looking pretty thin, probably with 2 or 3 cards in hand, maybe even 4. So we're gonna see what I can do. We're pretty even in life, but board state wise, he's just way more ahead of me. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing over one of the Bonnies. He does end up just taking it. I'm gonna go ahead and tap 5 here to play the Law to suspend the other killer, to bring out the Cat Viper to then play it out again to suspend the killer, and then I have looks like 3 more active, and I'm gonna go ahead and swing over the killer. I think if I would have attacked the Bond there, he might have blocked it. But here you just see me filling up my board. I just want to fill it up. There's really no other reason. So that next turn, I can actually do some shambles. So yeah, let's see if that was a waste. I did end up obviously dropping my 2k counter. I mean, it's not that bad because you can just bring it back with Laws and shambles. So. And we're gonna see the 8 cost Kid come in here, suspending him to use the effect to, I guess, play nothing and then to just add a card to it. So I believe I'm currently on my 10 Dawn, and now I need to get rid of that kid. So we see myself doing the shambles for 2, and I end up adding I think that's like 8 to 6. I end up adding 6, so he's at 12k, and I'm swinging here at the killer, and he drops 3 cards from his hand, and honestly I did not expect that. I was fully expecting it for it to go down. I literally and now I'm stuck with a turn with 2 Dawn in my hand, 2 Dawn active, and no play. So now the name of the game is I gotta keep this Luffy alive. This kid is gonna be a problem. I need to get rid of him ASAP. I already messed up once with not attaching 2 more Dawn, and you're gonna see here him swinging over the Luffy. He wants to get rid of it. I'm gonna go ahead and block with the Capone here. He's currently sitting at 8 more Dawn. Like I said, the name of the game is definitely to get rid of it. That Capone is kind of annoying, but we're gonna see him swinging with the ease of 6k into Luffy here. I guess depending if I want to counter it from hand or maybe just block. He theoretically only has 1 more attack, and I end up dropping the Cat Viper to make him 7k. And he's gonna swing 6 at Luffy here, and I'm gonna go ahead and block it with the Chopper, currently sitting at 4 active. And he's gonna end up using the ability here to ditch the Hawkins to restand. He's going to swing into Luffy. I'm gonna block with the Law and then drop the Bonnie from hand to counter. And then he's gonna drop another Capone, currently with 1 card in hand, I think it is. So I make the foolish mistake here of making him only 8k. Yeah, this is very agonizing to watch, honestly. I remember replaying this in my head, and this is probably not the best day to too many misplays. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap 1 for the Bonnie, tapping itself to search the top 5 for another supernova. And yeah, obviously hindsight, I can't even believe it. But I'm gonna go ahead and use shambles here to bring out the Law, to bring back the Luffy and drop your boy Brook, and I'm gonna attack Killer for 8. He's gonna take the Capone and then just pass. I'm gonna end up passing. So he currently has 1 card in hand. He's gonna tap 1 for the Bonnie, and he's just able to keep his hand size kind of relatively big here because of the Bonnie, and he's gonna grab another 2k counter. And honestly, my board is insane. I have 2 Laws, 2 Bonnies. He's swinging 6k over a Bonnie. I said sure, that's fine. He's swinging 9k into a Bonnie. That's also fine. And yeah, maybe I should have kept him alive. You know what I mean? I should have done a better job keeping him alive. He's currently sitting at a ton of Dawn active. And so let's see. He has 2 active, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the 5 here. And here we have myself debating again, making him a 10k, and he drops 2 2k counters. Again, another time I could have gotten rid of it because I have 1 additional active. So yeah, honestly, not my day. Not my day. Playing very poorly here. He is gonna end up tapping the Bonnie and tapping 1 to search, keeping his hand size large to get another Bonnie. And now I really need to make sure that Luffy does not go down unless I have another one in hand. So let's see what I end up doing here. I have to get rid of a Law essentially because I have to drop 2 cards, and I think I only have 2 in hand. So I do end up letting it go here. He's currently sitting at 8 active now. He's going to drop a Bonnie to tap it again to search the top 5 for another supernova. And what's great about Kid is that the majority of the cards in his deck are supernovas, because either supernovas or Land of Wanos. So very, very good. I do think green is probably the first or second best deck in the format. So very consistent. So sitting here with 7 active Dawn, he's gonna go ahead and add 3 and attack lead for 6. I do end up taking, I need to draw cards. And then he's gonna end up adding another 3, making it 8 at lead. I do end up taking it, going down to 2 life here. And honestly, I'm not too worried about that. The life count I'm not too worried about. So here we have me tapping 1 for the Nami to get the to get your boy Zoro, and kind of counting my cards here, what I have, how many I need. And it is kind of scary to go down to such low health sometimes, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the Brook just against the kid, because you can attack multiple times, right? You know, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna add 1 more to the law here. I'm trying to think. I need to make him 8k again. But then my thought process is like, freaking Capone, man, you know, he's just gonna block it. So we're gonna see here, I'm gonna attack 8k, and he does end up dropping the Bonnie for it here. So we see the Shambles play here, and I do drop the Luffy, and I end up actually tapping 2 on accident. And you can tell, guys, I'm just out of it this game. I literally tapped twice for Shambles to activate it, tapping 4 Dawn. So clearly I just mentally wasn't at the game, and I think this is a really good learning experience for myself to show, and just to show people that not only law you have to keep track of everything, but you also, you know, you can get pretty tunnel vision pretty hard on making sure that, you know, you have an objective and just trying to get it done. But yeah, I really fumbled the ball in this one, but we live and we learn. There will be more tournaments to go, but let's see if I can come back. I mean, it's still possible, right? It's still possible. I am currently down 1 life now. He got rid of my Luffy here, and I do end up taking life off of lead here, 7k, and it looks like he's hitting 9 at lead, and I do end up blocking it with my law. I think I'm currently sitting at 4 cards now, 4 cards in hand, and I do have another law, so I don't want to get down to 0 just yet, not if I don't have to. So, you know, let's see what I can do here. I'm gonna go ahead and tap 3 here for the Zoro, and once again I need to make him 8k in order to use his ability, so I'm gonna tap 2 here to throw down the Zoro. I want to make sure that I can still Shambles out the law, so he's still sitting at 2 cards in hand, and he's sitting at 2 because of the Bonnies, you know. So I'm gonna add a total of 3 onto Zoro, and he's just gonna counter with the killer. I'm gonna use Shambles ability here to bring back the law here, to bring back the card, to play out the killer, and to add a card underneath the killer. So let's see what I can do. Having the killer out is really nice, letting me draw a card, keeping my hand size, you know, consistent. And we do see that Hawkins pull after the first, and then we see another Pooh. Man, the Poohs never die. The Poohs, the 2k counters will always live in this deck. I don't know. So consistently finding them. Thankfully for that Bonnie, man, all because of the Bonnie. So I'm gonna go ahead and block this attack to draw 1 with the killer, and he's gonna attach 2 to the kid to swing at lead here. I'm gonna go ahead and block with the law, and he's gonna restand, trashing a card, trashing the Hawkins. So he's attacking lead for 7 here, and I'm gonna use 2 2k counters, and he's gonna attack 9 into the character here, and then yeah. I think the reason why I did that is because I ended up dropping 2, because if he attacked with, if I let it go through, I had no more blockers, and I could only bump him to 9, and his kid character was already at 9. So there was no way for me to actually survive that. So I needed to drop the cards. So But here we have myself surviving out here. So we have the killer. I attached 1. I pulled the law there to play out the brook, adding 2 to law and adding 3 to law to swing into it. And he does just drop the Apu, and I dropped the Tony to pass turn. So we have Jerry here refreshing. And he does tap 1 for the Bonnie, of course. And I don't know if you noticed, but this is a current cycle now. Now we're currently in the cycle where we're doing the same thing. He's slowly chipping away at me. I'm slowly rebuilding, and he's slowly getting back his counters and just filtering through cards, filtering through his whole deck to find the cards that he needs. So he's swinging 5k at lead here. I do end up blocking with the law because I can. I'll do it, you know. And now I have 2 more blockers on board, and I have 1 life. He has potentially 3 more swings. So we see the Cat Viper play suspending the killer, which is a heartbreaker here. He can now essentially just go for a game here. So he's going to be attacking lead here for 5, and I do end up taking it. Does he have another Cat Viper? He's gonna ditch another card here, ditching 2 to swing again, and I do end up countering it, and he's gonna attack here for 9, and I do block with the chopper. And now I have 1 card in hand. He still has that same component blocker out. So I mean, like I said, hindsight, I should have just put a whole bunch more Dawn onto it and just swung at it. But you see myself slowly still chipping away at this card. He drops another Apu, this is looking rough. I'm gonna go ahead and tap 1 for the Tony, add 1 to the killer to have all those live there, and I'm gonna go use Shambles to bring out the law effect to bring out the Nami. I do end up failing it to drop another Nami, and I guess there's really no reason why I did that. I think I was just so already mentally checked out. And now we see me pass. I did grab the unblockable Luffy, so so we'll see what happens here. He's attacking here for 5 at lead. I'm gonna block here with 6. He's adding 2 to Ezo, attacking lead for 5. I am going to block with the killer to draw a card. I probably should have done that from the get-go instead of blocking with Law first, because then he could have Cat Vipered me again. So he's going to add 2 to the kid to attack for 7 here. And I have now 2 cards in hand. One of them being the Brook that I just tossed to keep myself alive here. But I do realize that it's a 7k, so he does let me take it back and dropping off the Tony. And at this point, I think time has already been called. And he's attacked for 7 here. I had to drop 2 2s and then actually block with the law, but I just ended up scooping there. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I do appreciate it, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned because I have a ton of new OP01 content coming out soon. See ya!